Manila's hottest monster, RX93.1. You just heard Crown and Curtis Smith with Stuck on You right here on the Daily Survey. Welcome back to the show, Monsters. You got me, Rhea Rams, and we are now live on Facebook. That's at RX931, as well as on YouTube and on Twitch, because we have a special guest joining us today. Everybody, welcome, RINI. All right, Rini, why don't you introduce yourself to our monsters?
Hello, Monster. It's RINI. I'm an artist from Melbourne, Australia, born in the Philippines. Proud to be Filipino.
Woo!
I'm here in Manila right now with Monster RX. Doing an interview.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Is this your first time here in RX?
Yes, first time.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, it is such an honor to have you here on the
Thank
booth.
you.
And this isn't actually your first time in the Philippines. For those of you who don't know, Rini is actually part Filipino.
Full Filipino.
Oh,
actually.
I mean, like, because
Yes.
you grew up
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I grew up in the Philippines. Zambales is
Oh,
my
wow.
hometown. And yeah, I moved to Australia when I was 12 years old
Mhm.
with my family. And I've been back a couple times, but yeah, I mean, I live in Australia, basically.
Okay, yeah. So you live in Melbourne, but you did grow up in the Philippines.
Yep.
Is there anything from your childhood that really stuck with you? Like, it could be food, it could
Ooh.
be a culture.
Everything for sure. Like I love Filipino food. My mom still cooks Filipino food at home. I still speak Tagalog at home. Yeah, and everything to keep the culture alive. Really, like
Right.
like I said, I'm proud to be Filipino, and I'm always gonna be rocking that. So
Yeah. And because like normally when people grow up or move to another country at such a young age,
yeah,
the tendency is to kind of lose their
right.
culture a little
100%,
bit.
yeah.
So it's good to hear that it's still something that's very much alive in
For
you.
sure.
And this actually isn't your first time performing in the Philippines. You did come here back in 2023.
Yes, that's
Right?
right.
So can you tell me a little bit about that? Like, how was your homecoming concert in the
first
Philippines
one.
before?
Oh
Yeah.
man, like that was electric that night. So yeah, we had the show at SM Aura Samsung Hall,
Right.
and I was really nervous, high key, because never performed in the Philippines. Really, I wasn't doing music when I was in the Philippines, but yeah, that night was just so special because family came as well. They saw me perform for the first time, so and the crowd was just amazing. Like the amount of love, and man, they were just the loudest crowd out of all the Asia countries that I did that time. So
Well, that's definitely something we Filipinos are very proud of, right? Like,
100%.
if an artist comes here, it's 100% like a concert of the artist
Right.
and
Yes, exactly.
the concert goers. Well, Samsung Hall, that was amazing, but yesterday it was a bigger crowd, a
Yeah.
bigger space, Plus63 Festival. I'm
Yeah.
sure you must be exhausted coming from there, but can you tell me a little bit about the concert last night? How was it like? Is there any like most memorable moment from last night?
Yeah, the whole thing for me was definitely a memorable time. First festival in the Philippines, and yeah, like I'm really grateful, we were able to do it, and honored that they got me out back here in Manila. The fans, man, love the fans. The energy was amazing. I think, yeah, like the most special moment for me, part of the show was like doing the cover of that Filipina song, Hinahanap-hanap Kita.
Right.
I feel like I love seeing OPM stuff, and karaoke and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of like my favorite part last night.
My favorite clothes.
My favorite.
Well, a lot of people, I could see people like the guests, I mean, our visitors here saying like, yup, that was amazing.
Thank you so much.
And that's something we hope to see more.
For sure,
Yeah, in
definitely.
the future. And we know that you've also had a very strong emotional connection with your music. But Lucky 7, this EP of yours, it just feels so much more personal.
Sure.
What made you feel like you were ready to open up even more in this new way this time?
I think during the time I was making Lucky 7, I was really going through a lot of personal growth, as an artist and as well as a person.
Hmm.
Moving to LA in 2019, staying there for 4 years. There was a lot of like things that I had to learn, and roller coaster type life. So Lucky Seven's basically kind of like a summary of those experiences,
Hmm.
and I called it Lucky Seven because I made a lot of those songs when I was staying in this unit number 7 in Studio City.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was also seeing a lot of sevens during that time, and I was like, that's kind of like it's all connecting,
Mm,
and the Lucky Seven is also about taking risks, you know, making a bet on myself, um, and just yeah, like taking that leap of chasing your dream and
right.
overseas. Hopefully, it's like an album that inspires other artists to do the same thing, and yeah, just be. Sometimes you just gotta take that leap, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you already took a leap when you were 12, moving to
100%. Yeah,
Melbourne,
yeah.
right? But then you took another one from Melbourne to LA.
I always
Was
taking
there
a
like
leap.
in a was there like a particular moment where you were like, okay, I got to do this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's just like when I started. I mean, sorry, like when the music started, like building up and getting more recognition overseas. I saw the opportunity of getting signed to Warner in the U.S.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
I took it, and it wasn't always like easy, but I'm proud that I did that for myself,
Mhm.
and yeah, like that experience really gave me, really made me the person I am now and the artist I am now. So
Yeah, and it really is scary
it is, yeah,
to take that leap,
hundred
right?
percent, yeah.
Especially when you don't really know what awaits you.
Yeah, but also it's beautiful because you get to know yourself more as well, and you find out what you're really made of. So yeah,
Wow. That's
I'm
something
proud of
like I feel like I needed to hear, and I feel like a
it.
lot of the monsters would really like is some like that's something that they needed to hear
Hmm.
too. But my question is for those people who are like about to take a leap but they're still thinking about it because they're scared.
Right.
You've done it twice, more than twice, right? What advice would you give them?
Mm. Yes. I mean, first of all, if you love doing something, like for me, music was always like my first love, so I told myself nothing is gonna stop me from pursuing that dream. So if you're really passionate about something, you just kind of like you just gotta do it. Um, there's always gonna be uh like bumps along the
Mm-hmm.
way, but it's part of the process, and it only make you stronger. So yeah, if you're thinking about taking that leave, you got just do it. You've got nothing to lose. I mean, life is short. You gotta try everything while you're here in this world, and yeah, just enjoy the process. Yeah,
That's true. That's that's true. I
thank you.
agree with that. Now you did mention like earlier that when you were here in the Philippines you weren't really doing music.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
and but I do know that your dad would bring home instruments,
yes,
right?
yes.
And that's how you got your first
My
guitar.
first guitar,
Yeah.
yes.
So what was it or like how did you discover like okay, music is my passion?
So I think I was maybe around like fourth grade, maybe third grade, elementary. You know, my cousins would always be playing the guitar,
Mhm.
singing like Filipino songs, and I've always been like interested in learning those songs. I'm like, oh, I kind of want to play guitar and do that. Um, yeah. Fast forward into um, moving to Australia. My dad was kind of like part of this church's music
Mhm.
band, and he got me playing the guitar for my church. And yeah, that's kind of like where I developed the love for music even more. Um, and I think around 2015, maybe I was in like year 10, year 11. Um, I was watching a lot of like YouTube covers
Right.
because I was trying to learn the songs on the guitar, and my dad was like, "Oh, you should try singing, and
Mhm.
just see how you feel." I did like a cover of Payphone, I remember, by
Mhm.
Maroon 5. It was horrible. I deleted it. Hopefully no one's downloaded that video because I never want to see that again. But yeah, no, I fell in love with the process of just, creating uh covers and
Mhm.
doing music,
You're right.
and it just felt like it was this hobby that was becoming like an addiction.
Mhm.
And then yeah, people started saying like you should, start writing your own stuff. So 2016, I tried to write my first song. It's called Wasted. Put it out. Didn't expect anything, but it got really good feedback from like
Mhm.
the streamings and stuff. This was like like the SoundCloud, Spotify era
Right.
when everything was starting to like kind of build.
Right.
Um, and then it just kept going, man. It just kept going up. Put out a new project After the Sun in 2018, and that was kind of the project that really put me on the map as an artist.
Mhm.
We did our first show in Melbourne, and it sold out, which was really amazing because
Right.
I never really expected it, and that was the kind of like the moment for me where it was like, I really want to do this,
Right.
as a career. I want to make music for life. So
And here you are now,
here I am now.
performing in front of thousands of people. That is
Crazy.
amazing.
Thank
Congratulations,
you
by
so
the
much.
way,
Thank you.
for being able to find what you want to do and for being able to actually do it. And not only are you doing what you love, but you're inspiring people all
Wow.
over the world with your music.
Thank you.
So that's amazing. But I'm curious about Wasted.
Right.
At 10, I mean year 10 rather.
Yes.
So
Or
that
maybe
would be
ish.
around
Yeah.
15, 16 ish.
To 2015. Actually, no, I wrote that song maybe around when I was 16, 17 years
Right.
old. Yeah.
So Wasted, what was the story or the inspiration behind the song? Like
Um.
Wasted, that's like
Yeah. So that goes all the way back. I mean, I met Aldwin, who is my good friend and
mhm,
producer from Melbourne. He made my favorite clothes with me, as well as the After the Sun project.
mhm,
We've been collaborating for a long time. So yeah, we met at like a church youth group, through like a mutual friend, and then found out that he was doing, music production. So I was like, like trying to get into like making music. So came over to his house one day, and he was playing me like a bunch of beats, and Wasted was one of those beats
mhm.
that was like, oh bro, like I'm not really doing anything with this, I'm gonna probably get rid of it. But I was like, yeah, let me use it. Like, I
Right,
was kind of just like getting my foot in the door. So I was
right,
like trying new things, and Wasted was kind of like the sound that I was like new to.
right.
So I was like, I'm gonna try write a song to this, and I'm just gonna put it out.
Mhm.
And I think it was probably the first week it got like 300,000 streams on Spotify, um, because of like a playlist from the Netherlands,
Oh,
which
nice.
I didn't expect because I had no idea how to do all that
Mhm.
playlisting and stuff. But yeah, I think it was just meant to be, timing, everything, luck.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of luck, Lucky 7, the growth from Wasted to Lucky
Mm-hmm.
7, what would you say changed and what would you say stayed the same when it comes to your music?
Oh, love that question. I think what's changed is definitely the level of production quality. I think throughout the years we've learned how to really zone in and like listen to the music and make it feel like cohesive, and
Right.
it's because before, like when I put out the first RINI kind of like mixtape
Mhm.
in 2016, it was just a mixture of like different genres, styles of songs that I love. um but Lucky Seven, I think, is kind of like the sound that really represents me as an artist. It's very like rock influence,
Mhm.
R&B mixed, with like psychedelic and like funk and stuff,
Right.
which are like kind of like my favorite genres growing up. Like I said, when I was in the Philippines, I was listening to a lot of rock songs because of my dad.
Mhm.
You know, that's all he played. Um, and yeah, like so the yeah production quality, lyrics. I definitely try to like up my lyric game every
Mhm.
time, and try to like paint a deeper picture for like the listeners.
Right.
You know, I'm a big fan of Frank Ocean. He's
Oh.
man, I feel like lyrics wise is probably like the best. You know, when it comes to that stuff, he's able to tell like a story with just a few sentences. You know,
Right.
so yeah. But also being able to incorporate like my personal experiences in these songs. Something that I've been, you know, it's been a thing for me to always like be able to relate to the songs that I
Right.
make. So yeah, because I feel like that's the way people will be able to relate to the song too.
Right. Yeah, I think authenticity is just so important when it comes to music.
For
And
sure.
that's something that I'm sure all your listeners feel
Hmm.
when they listen to your songs. Now, Lucky Seven, very great music there. But
Thank you.
is there your, like, do you have a personal favorite from that EP?
Yeah, there's just like different times I have like different favorite songs. But right now I think it would be Scars,
Okay.
right? Because number one, we just put a music video for Scars as well. Like recently, me and my homie shot like a beach performance thing
Oh,
in Australia,
nice.
so it was pretty cool. But yeah, the lyrics just really now that I listen to it more, it just hits me a little bit more, a little bit harder because
Right.
you know, um, like I said, like going remembering my past and like taking that leap. Scars is like
Hmm.
kind of the song that represents that journey. You know, like no matter where you came from,
Hmm.
what your scars are, you know, you're beautiful. You got this. You know,
Right.
that thing.
Well, that's beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
a lot of your fans for sure enjoyed your performance last night at Plus63 Festival. But is there anything you're cooking up, anything new that your fans should look forward to?
Yeah, definitely. Currently working on new music. Uh,
Oh.
but after this tour, probably gonna get back in the studio with the homies and like cook up some new stuff. But I've already started like writing. You know, taking voice notes on my phone, and yeah, I have kind of like an idea where I want to go
Mhm.
sonically, and um, yeah, hopefully, maybe by the end of this year, we'll be putting out new stuff.
Okay.
So keep an eye out. And also trying to go on tour again.
Right.
Um, Trying to set up an Asia tour. Definitely gonna come back to the Philippines and do more
Mhm.
shows. So that's something I'm looking forward to as well.
Well, is there anything from this upcoming project that you
Hmm.
can spill to us?
Ooh. Um, uh, I don't know if I could. I mean, like maybe this because I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been trying to write a Filipino Tagalog song. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be part of the project, but I would definitely love to have a Tagalog song in this next project.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you can see your fans are very excited about
yeah,
it.
no, y'all gotta stream it,
Yeah,
man. So yeah, I feel like that would be, an amazing thing to do for my Filipino fans as well.
right.
I'm a big karaoke fan, so I'm trying to make a new karaoke hit, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Well, we are going to be looking out for that. And if your fans want to stay updated about this new project or
Mhm.
just whatever's going on with you, where can they find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. It's just Rini Dog, RINI DAWG. I'm also on Facebook. It's just Rini, RINI. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all the music platforms. It's RINI. You can find me there. All my music is there. So
All right.
yeah,
Now,
make sure to check
before
it out.
we let you go,
Mm.
is there a reason for, like, why did you decide to go by Rini?
Oh yeah, So it's like the last four letters of my first name.
Mhm.
My actual first name is just RINI.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I just kind of just like went with those that four letters because my friends in high school would call me RINI,
Oh,
and
okay.
like dog is kind of just like like a homey thing.
Right.
So I called it RINI dog.
There we go. Rini
Yeah,
dog.
simple.
And would you have any messages rather for your Filipino fans?
Yeah, for sure. To all my Filipino fans, mahal ko kayo. Thank you so much for all the support on the music, and as well as last night, Plus63 Festival. Your energy was electric. Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to come back for another show, and I can't wait to release more music for you guys, and maybe that Filipino song might be the one. So, thank you so much for everything.
And thank you so much for spending time here with us on the Monster. I know you're
Thanks for
extremely tired from yesterday, from
Yeah, I'm
last
low
night.
energy, but I'm happy to be here. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much for having us with your presence. Mali. Thank you so much for, gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Yes, it has been so much fun talking to you, Rini. And again,
Likewise.
monsters, don't forget to follow Rini. That's at Rini Dog everywhere.
Yes.
And on Facebook, it's at RINI Rini. All
That's
right,
correct.
monsters. Well, thank you again for having us.
Thank you so much for
And
having me.
why do I keep saying that? Thank you again for gracing us with your presence, and thank you for being here.
Appreciate you guys. Thank
For
you.
now, we gotta play you a track by Rini. Of course, do you want to introduce the song? It's Meet Me in Amsterdam.
Let's do it. This is Meet Me in Amsterdam by RINI. Me.
Yes, we got Rini with Meet Me in Amsterdam only here on The Monster.